What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to do a Social Security update. We're going to take a look at the COLA increase for 2026. So we have a little more information today. And then at the end of this video, I have something very important to show all of you. This impacts about 70% of people receiving Social Security benefits. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about Medicare Part B and how that can impact COLA. We'll take a look at the projections for COLA. So we're going to do all that in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so we have about 3 weeks left before we're going to find out information regarding the COLA for 2026, so that COLA increase. Let me show you. I have a little infographic that I want to go over with you guys real quick. So the Senior Citizens League right now, they are predicting that COLA will be 2.7%. Now, I happen to disagree with them. I think it's going to be a little bit higher. I think it'll probably be about 2.8%. And the reason that I'm saying that is because I think COLA is going to increase even more in September. And so when they average everything out, it'll probably be around 2.8%, but we'll have to see. So 2.8%, what does that mean in dollars? So we're looking at about $54 per month increase for people receiving Social Security benefits on average, okay? So some people will receive more, some people will receive less, but on average, it'll be about $54. That's what the calculation is showing right now. That's at 2.7%. If it's 2.8%, it'll be a little bit more than $54, maybe $56 or $58, something somewhere around that number. Now, when are we going to find this information out? So we'll find this information out mid-October. And to be exact, if we take a look at the calendar here, and this is coming straight from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they're showing us the September numbers. So we'll find out the September numbers on October 15th. Now, in the past, on that date, when they show the CPI numbers, the CPIW, when that information comes out, COLA, we find out the same day what COLA is going to be for the next year. So that is what I'm anticipating. October 15th, that is a date that you'll find out when the increase will be. And I will make sure to put out a video, so make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification. But that is the date that we'll probably find out what COLA is. Now, if we don't find out on October 15th, it will be soon after that because they'll have all the information. They're gathering information from July, August, and September. And so once those September numbers come out on October 15th, they're going to have everything they need to do the calculation. So we should find out that same day. Okay, let's look at some considerations here. So with inflation, inflation versus CPIW. So understand this, you're going to have the CPI information coming out, but then you're also going to have the CPIW. Generally, they're pretty close. The numbers are pretty close, but the CPIW, that's for wage earners and clerical staff, that is what they use to calculate COLA for people receiving Social Security benefits as well as veterans. And so that's how they get the calculation. They're using the CPIW. Now, there's been some talk, Congress has been talking about this for a while, changing the CPIW to CPIE, because the CPIE, or the CPI for the elderly, better reflects how seniors spend money. And that's why they want to switch to the CPIE. They just haven't done it yet. Congress hasn't been able to pass a bill that will do that. But that is something that they've been talking about for some time now. Okay, Medicare Part B. This is important. This is what we want to talk about. And at the end, I'm going to tell you some more information about this. So Medicare Part B, we know that's going to cut into your increase. And right now, the projection is that it's going to be $21.50. Okay, so $21.50 more. And so what does that mean? That means that the average person receiving this COLA increase, let's say if it's $54, they're only going to receive, what, $33 or so. And so because of Medicare Part B, if we're looking at $33 or so, that's really not much at all. $54 isn't much, but it could be even less than that. Now, I was asked a question in one of my previous videos. What if the premium for Medicare Part B is higher than what you're going to receive in COLA? Could they do that? Could they actually take money from you? And so let's say you get $1,000 a month in Social Security benefits, and you look at your COLA, and your COLA is not past the premium. Let's say you're only getting $15. So you're going to get $15 in your COLA increase, but the premium's gone up to $21.50. What do they do in that case? So we're going to talk about that right now. And so there's something called the Hold Harmless Clause, and this protects Social Security benefits from rising Medicare Part B premiums. Okay, so what does this do? So basically the way that it works is your Social Security COLA cannot be lower than the dollar increase in premiums. And so I gave you an example, but let's take a look at this example here. So let's say you're getting that $54 increase for COLA. However, Medicare Part B is $60. And so now Medicare Part B is going to take all of that $54 plus $6. So could you be in a situation where now you owe $6 more? So they're going to have to take $6 from your Social Security benefits. Could that happen? Well, with this clause, it will not happen. So basically, they can't take more than your COLA increase. Now, this impacts about 70% of beneficiaries. Benefits cannot be decreased. Okay, so they can't take money from you. So that is good, even though they'll zero you out. And that's bad in a sense, because if they zero you out, then you're not going to receive a COLA increase at all, which means your purchasing power is going to continue to dwindle, which isn't good, because the whole reason for the cost of living adjustment is to keep up with inflation. And so keep your purchasing power about the same. That's the reason why they have these COLAs every year. Okay. So there's some people that don't qualify for this. So high income beneficiaries don't qualify. If you're new to Medicare, within a year, you're not going to qualify. And those paying premiums separately. So if you don't pay a premium through your Social Security benefits, then you're not going to qualify. But I just wanted to go over that because I did have people ask me that question. What happens? Because we're now starting to see COLAs that are very, very low. Okay, so what happens if you're in that situation where now your premium is higher than COLA? So there is a clause in place where things are zeroed out, so you're not going to have to pay an additional $6 out of your current Social Security benefits. So that's good. If you guys have any other questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.